Well, it's your boy Nirgunu in the house, back with another bang on video. Sorry for being late tonight because, of course, I had some small commitments to deal with, and I've actually finished with that. And of course, we are going to talk about something really special at the moment. Yes, we are going to talk about some real responsibilities on Mikel Arteta. Of course, he's opened up about how exactly Arsenal are going to, fight for the title. How much time will it take for Arsenal to actually compete for the biggest prize in the English football tier system? And also, Mikel Arteta opens up about the whole situation, as well as Dani Ceballos gives a wholesome interview after a very long time. And yes, as you have seen the thumbnail, yes, we're going to talk about Dominic Zubozolai again. So stay tuned and watch the video till the end, and make sure you're subscribing it, because of course daily Arsenal content is what we are striving for. So I hope you could be considerate enough to actually follow us and hit that bell icon while you do that, and always select that always option. When you hit that subscribe button, then hit that bell icon. You get three options. Pick the topmost one. So without any further ado, there has been some changes coming to football chiefs that have agreed to bring in another change in the handball rule, but it will not come into effect until next season. The alteration set to be approved by the FA board will mean the penalty controversially conceded by Eric Dyer against Newcastle at the start of the season will no longer be an automatic spot kick. Under current laws, if the ball strikes the arm or hand above the shoulder, referees have no option but to punish the offence. But the change, set to be endorsed next month and confirmed in March and to take effect from June 1, will handball discretion when the defender's action is adjudged to be part of the natural movement. So if it's a natural movement, you will not expect it to be awarded as a penalty. No direct penalty straight away without even considering whether it was a natural movement of the defender or what was purposeful. But Ceballos, well, we're going to actually talk about Ceballos in bits and pieces in this video. So about Arteta, he says the team was almost dead, but after Arteta's arrival, we won the FA Cup and the Community Shield. It's not even a year since he arrived, and he has given a radical change to the club. He is the soul of the club, and he's lucky that the players trust him 100%. And I think that's what he wants. That's what he wants, as Arteta would want from Arsenal and their players. But talking about different stuffs, let's talk about the one and only Gabriel Martinez is back in full training, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I saw his videos, and I mean, he was pumped. I loved to see. I actually loved what I actually saw on that video. It was really awesome to see that. But moving on, well, let's talk about the referees that have been appointed for Arsenal versus Wolves game tomorrow. Do not forget we have a watch-along tomorrow. So Michael Oliver has been appointed as the referee for Sunday's home match against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and assistant referees are Stuart Burt and Simon Bennett. Fourth official David Coote, VAR Andre Marina, and assistant VAR Sian Masai Ellis. So it is going to be, I don't know if it's going to be fair or not, but okay, it's going to be fine, I guess. Michael Oliver, I don't always trust him, but also moving on. Christian Eriksen's future has been spoken about by Inter CEO Giuseppe Marotta. He says if Eriksen will not play until January, it's almost sure that he'll ask to leave the club. We decided to sign him from Tottenham Hotspur one year ago for 20 million euros. It was a good deal. Possible he's not fit with our way of playing, is what he said to Fabrizio Romano. So Fabrizio Romano confirms that if Christian Eriksen is not in the plans of Antonio Conte, he would demand another club for himself, and I'm pretty much sure there will be a lot of clubs involved for him. But moving on, well, Arsenal goalkeeper will wear an away kit tomorrow. That's very strange. You can see Wolves kit that the players will be wearing and the goalkeeper will be wearing at the Emirates. But Arsenal goalkeeper will be wearing an Arsenal away kit. Leno, he'll be looking good. But moving on, well, it looks like Arsenal have signed forward Tottenham and Manchester United youngster Royal Walters. Well, Walters is making the switch from United after spending just 1 year at the club. The Arsenal new boy took to Twitter saying, "New chapter, new beginning. Thanks to God and everyone who has played a part in my journey so far, especially my mom, dad, sister, family and friends. Also, a very special thank you to everyone at Arsenal for believing in me. Excited to get started. The 16-year-old will join up Arsenal's under 16. So we welcome to the family, Walters. Royal, I'm sorry. Royal, I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that as well. So moving on. Well, finally, what fans can expect on a return to stadiums, mask must be worn when moving around but not in seat, but no hugging or personal contact. Singing has been allowed. Strange. Reduced capacity, we all know, depending on the tire system. Um, Home fans only, no away supporters allowed at all. Sanitizer stations, hand washing promoted inside the ground, and social distance seating. Fans should not go face to face, and fans thrown out if they're breaking any rules. They will be thrown out straight away. So these are the rules that they must have to follow. So also the Arsenal fans were raged on social media because, of course, the website wherein they could book their tickets for Arsenal versus Rapid Vienna game crashed because of a lot of demands. Well, Arsenal supporters were desperate to secure one of those tickets, and supporters haven't seen their club in action since March. So one fan said, "So gutted, I've waited 9 months to watch Arsenal at the Emirates. I get my chance to get in, the website crashes, finally get in and all tickets gone." Another one said, "Hey Arsenal, Ticketmaster UK got to the front of the queue for tickets, and then the system crashed multiple times and booted me out of the queue. What do I do now?" Of course, it's not easy. But moving on, but Gary Lineker revealed that he was supposed to join Arsenal instead of Tottenham. Well, in an exclusive interview, he said, then Tottenham came along and thank heavens I ended up with them, is what he wants to say. He says, it was 1989, a year before the World Cup in Italy, so I thought I was perhaps better off going back to England after Barcelona. I quite fancied living in London, and Arsenal were the best team at that time. I thought that would appeal as they were a really good side, but George Graham was famously quite tight and they got nowhere near the required rate. Then Tottenham came along and thank heavens I ended up with them. That's what he's actually trying to say, that he's happy that he ended up with Tottenham. Winning the FA Cup is what he thinks that, that's the best part that he's ever done in his life. But moving on, well, Dani Ceballos has opened up about a lot of things. Now, he still believes that his future is in Real Madrid. He says, the Bernabeu is the mecca of football. You can ask Mesut Ozil, who always spoke about Real Madrid as the best club in the world. Wearing that badge is the goal of 99% of footballers. Last year, I was happy at Arsenal, and I reached an agreement with Real Madrid to continue for another year. There was no problem, because we all understood that it was going to do well for my future. Real Madrid is the owner of my future for the next 3 years, and I'm not the one who will decide. At least I'm not going to do it alone, because it also depends on the coach and the president, but nobody refuses to play for Real Madrid. Now, also talking about his fight, or rather what happened, a clash or a scuffle between David Luiz, Dani Ceballos said, I'm not going to say that there was not a clash or a scuffle. It was not an exemplary behavior, but it is good to see Arsenal is alive, that the team has character. We are two footballers with very similar leadership qualities, and these things can happen. So yes, agreeing to it, I think Ceballos has agreed to what has happened, and yes, again, David Ornstein was right. I am so sad to say that. But moving on, well, Mikel Arteta has opened up about how exactly Arsenal are challenging for the title, or how much long will they take. He says that takes at least a few windows to challenge the title and to establish yourself to compete at the level of certain clubs and in this league, which is near the 100 points. Again, it takes time, and in football, time is very precious, and people are very impatient. But if you don't respect the processes and you ask certain people to do certain things, but the foundations are not there, it's a really dangerous thing to do as well. But again, I know we all want to see, I'm the first one that wants to see the Arsenal are the top of the league. And also, another update, Arsenal hope to have Mohamed Elneny available to face Wolves following his diagnosis. Arsenal will also have to push, and they have to take a late call on Bukayo Saka's fitness, Partey's fitness, and of course, Willian, who is continuing to rehabilitate again. But here's the news that you've been waiting for. Well, according to The Athletic, latest news, Leipzig are quietly confident of beating off a competition from major clubs for the signature of reportedly the Arsenal target Dominique Szoboszlai in January. Now, what problems do Arsenal have with this player right now? The Athletic have said that Arsenal have question marks about Szoboszlai's ball retention and defensive abilities. The Gunners are pondering whether to sign Szoboszlai now or bring in a more experienced option. Now this is what they think is the problem. They believe that they want an experienced option because his ball retention abilities and his defensive abilities will be the problem if he's thinking there is a future for him at Arsenal right now. So that would be the stumbling block, the only stumbling block, according to Athletic, for Dominique Szoboszlai to Arsenal. Bogus. I just want him to come in. But anyways, so these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes to this platform every single day, twice. So what you got to do is subscribe and hit that bell icon. I will see you in the next one. And don't forget to send in your predicted Arsenal versus Wolves 11 to my Instagram or Twitter. Of course, I'll be featuring it in my tomorrow's live. And tomorrow we have a watch along, ladies and gentlemen. Do not forget to join that as well. Cheers. I'll see you in the next one.